Look at that beautiful Christmas pound cake with the red and green and the beautiful gold and pearl decoration representing Christmas. My name is Chef Fran, and today we're making Christmas pound cake. And you're probably like, what is that, Christmas pound cake? Well, what are our Christmas colors? Generally red and green, right? So it's a pound cake that has exactly that, red and green colors. And so it's my thing, but it makes festive, and it's a delicious pound cake. Here are our ingredients. Now we all know that pound cake takes a lot of butter and sugar. That's why it's so rich and good. And this is no different. And so to keep that cake moist, we're going to be using sour cream. Some people use yogurt. You can use that too, but we're using sour cream. Now here's a tidbit. If you don't have cake flour at home, you can make it yourself. You would take some all-purpose flour, 1 cup of all-purpose flour to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Hey, cornstarch is a great thing. Always keep it handy at home. You can do so many things with it. Not just to thicken your gravy, but it's to use as a substitute for your cake flour. So 1 cup to 2 tablespoons. Now, the reason I suggest cake flour is because it just kind of really makes your cake nice and moist. And it's not as heavy as just regular all-purpose flour. We're going to start with our butter. Enough talking. Let's get to working. So 2 sticks of butter equals 1 cup of butter. So I'm just gonna kind of just break off my butter in here. And we're gonna cream that with that sugar. So we're gonna need about 5 to 7 minutes just straight creaming on medium high, because we wanna get rid of that grainy taste of the sugar. So you really wanna make that nice and fluffy before you start adding eggs or anything. And here's the other tidbit. Whenever you're doing baking and you have like some sort of like moistener, like in this case sour cream, or you have liquid that you're using, milk or whatever, you want to always, and here is 3 cups of sugar. So you want to make sure that you start with flour and you end with flour, meaning I'm going to have flour when it's time to put it in, and then I'm going to do sour cream, then I'm going to do flour again and sour cream, but I have to end it with flour. You start and end with that product of flour. Okay, so we're going to start to begin, and it's going to take a while here to cream our sugar. Okay, so we have now creamed our butter and sugar. See, that looks super soft and fluffy. So this is our butter and sugar. And now we're gonna add our eggs 1 by 1. And when I say 1 by 1, I literally mean that you're gonna take your time. So each egg that you put in, you're gonna let it beat for a minute by itself, 1 egg, then the second egg the same. So there's 6 eggs here. So it's at least 6 minutes and beating just the eggs. And then we'll add our vanilla extract. Our flour already has our salt and our baking soda, which was 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda to 3 cups of flour. And here is our sour cream, which is 1 cup. And I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. And we're going to beat that for a minute. And then go back and do it again. Our cake flour was already sifted, and it has the baking soda and a little bit of the salt always sifted with it. Okay, and so now I am going to start with my flour, like I said, and beat that. I don't want to overbeat it, so I'm putting my last bit of sour cream in here, because like I said, we start with flour, we end with flour. So that's the flour I have left. So I want to get all the sour cream in here. And then we're gonna separate the batter and color it. We'll do that in one loaf pan. We're gonna put some parchment paper to kind of separate them. Now I'm doing mini pans, but however, this is great for one big loaf or a medium loaf, but we're gonna have several minis here. Look how smooth our batter is. Look at that. Looks like soft serve ice cream, doesn't it? Just beautiful and smooth. So this is not going to get colored. This is going to stay plain. This one here. And these two are going to get some color in them. This is our Christmas red. Kind of want it really red. That's why you see them squeezing. And this I'm not going to go as heavy because I don't really like this forest green, but it is the only green that kind of came with my commercial kit. So let's mix this first. We don't want to overbeat. That's why we're folding. Now, I will say this, even though I'm making mini pound cakes, they still take a lot of time. Pound cake in general takes over an hour to usually bake. Especially when you do the bigger bunt ones. They do take some time. This is how our Christmas cake looks like. We have green, middle is the plain, beige color, and then red, or red, beige color, green. And so these are parchment paper that I just put to kind of help separate them. And so I'm going to gently pull them out here. So that way they don't bleed over. Okay. Look at how bright the red and green is and the touch of gold. People keep saying the pounds, but what they want is some comfort. What's more comforting than a pound cake? Making a decadent pound cake that represents Christmas with Christmas colors, giving it a nice uplift with the gold and pearl decorations. Do you see this beautiful pound cake? Who says pound cake has to just be boring? Just your regular pound cake. No, we could jazz things up, especially with the holidays, people being tight on cash. Food gifts always work. Okay, here we go. Just to have a little slither, a little slice, makes everything nice. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Do you see the red, the plain, the green? Oh my gosh, look how so soft, so moist. Let's taste it. Wow. Look at that. The moistness. Really good. Now, this pound cake was babysat, loved on, because it took a while to make it. But it's worth every piece. Wow. All I did was make a glaze and decided to jazz it up and decorate it with gold and pearl. So the sour cream really adds to the element of the moistness. See, I always tell you that cooking is about passion. Baking is the same, and baking even more so. It's about recreating the wheel or making the wheel new. Seriously. You just have a little love and a little bit of passion, you can make anything. And a little patience too, particularly for baking. Subscribe for more delicious recipes and vitamin details. Also, your support will continue to allow my channel to grow. Thank you for eating this pound cake with me virtually.